everybody! Happy Halloween. Halloween's actually been over for like 2 days, but happy belated Halloween. I'm in a costume. I'm a bat. My name is Luna, and I've been a tarot reader for about 4.5 years. I started doing a Friends and Family. I also do an Etsy shop. I also do true crime readings for fun. And I do all sorts of readings for fun, actually. And, you know, because it's Halloween, it would be so cool if I just did a horror-themed murder mystery, but instead, I don't want to do that because I don't feel like it. And what's more terrifying than American politics? And instead, I want to just look into the energy surrounding Mamdani and Cuomo and Sliwa. Because I'm originally from New York City. I'm not living there at the moment, so I can't vote. And I'm nosy, and I'm curious. I want to see what energy comes up. So, I'm going to pull some cards and see what comes up energetically and see what happens. Okay. It's not going to be a super long reading. I don't think. Unless, like, something random will pop up. Oh, also, I'm, like... my last few videos, the quality were really, really bad because I was, like, figuring everything out, and I know I did... one of them was a recorded Twitch stream because I was trying that out, but that didn't come out very well. I also need to update my computer, but I just, like, got my other mic set up, and I've kind of figured out lighting and other stuff so that it's not so bad. So we're kind of, little by little, becoming a functional channel. This is Mamdani and this is Cuomo. And then I'll put Sliwa in the middle. Okay, and my cat needs to get off. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. That's Quentin. He has boundaries issues. Okay. So I just did one for the general energy of each person. So for Mamdani, that's weird. This is the Four of Wands in reverse. So this is about celebration. This is about not celebrating. I don't know why. I think, like, the only thing that's kind of coming to me is, like, holding back celebration because it's the last... we're just so close. And he's nervous. I think he's nervous. I think he's got a very good shot, but I think it's like, I don't want to, you know, get too excited too early or whatever. I just, I feel like he's focused. I feel like he's not overly celebrating, and he's just trying to, you know, eye on the prize, which is very realistic. That I was kind of thinking about the way Hillary Clinton, I'm not a big fan of Hillary Clinton, to be fair, even though I voted for her because I, like, personally am a Democrat, but, and, you know, you can vote for whoever you want, because this is not a political channel, so I'm not going to, like, get into that, but I didn't really like Hillary, and I know she was, like, overly celebrating right before she lost, and I think that, like, her attitude really turned off a lot of people. Not, like, even the people who were, you know, supporting her or whatnot. Okay, here's Cuomo. He's juggling a lot of things. He's overwhelmed. He's juggling a lot. And it feels like, he's juggling not just... these are pentacles too, and this is sort of internally juggling because it's in reverse, and that's one of the ways that I read it, and that's what I'm getting. I think he's like, I mean, he's physically having to juggle different people that have vested interest in him. I think he's internally juggling the fact that so many people have a vested interest in him, and some of it is stuff that he doesn't care about but he needs for money or for whatever. Like, I think he's, like, gone so far down the rabbit hole that it's kind of like now I'm indebted to like so many different people that like his values have gone out the window. Like I feel like he might have had a more genuine intent in the beginning and he's lost his way. Like as many politicians do, especially because he's been at the top of New York State politics for a long time, and during that time he had a lot of people with a lot of vested interests like approach him for different things, and now he feels like he owes them. That's one thing, is that Mamdani doesn't have a lot of people that he owes, so he's able to feel like, well, the people are who I'm working for, not all these other vested interests. And I think it's like, it's that energy of like, he's newer, so he's able to just like align with people who align with his values more and not people that don't. Even though Cuomo could have done that at any time, but I don't think he like felt like he could. And then Sliwa. No, he's just the Three of Swords. He's been lost. He's just showing up at this point. He knows he knows he's not getting this. He knows he's not getting this. That's so unfortunate. I mean, he doesn't seem like a bad guy. I mean, I guess he's like Republican. That's probably, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he's like a super big Trump supporter. I don't feel that like in his energy. I mean, he's just like a kooky older guy, but he is a Republican. I don't know. I don't know. I just like he's already accepted that he's lost. Like I said, this isn't a political channel, so you're more than welcome to support whoever you want to support. But I'm just like saying, like, in terms of if you're the type of person that matters, like, that's why I'm bringing it up, not like what my personal views are. Because I mean, I honestly have a problem with like, especially establishment Democrats, as much as I do with like, you know, I'm a millennial. I feel like I have a more nuanced view on politics, but I don't want to like get too into it right now because I don't think it's relevant. I just kind of want to know what's going on with these two. I personally really like Mamdani because I think he cares about the people and not about the like established political parties, which I think like that's a huge issue in politics, is that the whole thing is really, there's a lot of corruption, like on both sides. Alright, we're doing 3 more cards for Mamdani. 3 more cards for Cuomo. All alleged for entertainment purposes. That's what Aphrodite says. I love Aphrodite. You should watch Aphrodite if you don't already. I think he's one of the best tarot readers on all of YouTube, and he's got some interesting stuff. Okay, 3 cards for each person. Alright, this is about cooperation. He's got a lot of people in his corner. I think he's got a lot of support, and he's working together with them. I see him being very busy. I just feel like he's not in a I've won this mentality. He's still working. He's still got a lot of people he's talking to and working with, and he's doing a lot of things. King of Cups is in reverse. Interesting. Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. Wait, how's his funding doing right now? does this mean? Why is there this, like... I'm just looking up Mamdani. I know he has, like, less... I mean, he's got less money than other people, but he does have money. Alright, hold on. Let me let my cat out because he wants to get out of the room. Okay, never mind. He wanted food, so I gave him food. Okay, wait. I'm just gonna figure out something here. This, like... emotional energy, financial energy. What is happening? Okay. I think that's what it is. He's repressing his emotions. He's so focused that his emotions are repressed. I was like, he's not immature. Why is my King of Cups in reverse? I think he's repressing his emotions. He seems very light and cheery on the outside, but the way he's handling all of the stress, he's under a lot of stress, is to completely block out. Like, he's not going to celebrate. He's not going to cry about it. He's just going to be focused. He's focused. He's got so many things he's doing, so many people he's got to do, so many, you know, all these other things that are happening. It's almost like he doesn't have any real opportunities to, like, emotionally untangle everything that's happening. He's just going to the finish line, which is so real. Okay. So Mr. Sliwa, we have the 9 of Pentacles. This is about independence and, you know, being able to stand on your own 2 feet. Does he actually seem kind of caring? This is about being a little bit stuck in fantasy. That's a weird energy. This is because he's always talking about, like, in 1993 I was shot by some... I feel like, he's a little bit... My cat's crying again. Hold on. Okay. I'll let my cat outside. Anyway, I double checked on Sliwa. And I was like, this is about being independent. And I was like, is he endorsed by Trump? And he's not. And he's been criticized. And so I think he feels really alone in this campaign. And I think he actually cares. Not that that makes him, like, the better candidate, but I think he, like... And I think he's a little bit delusional. Like, or has been through this campaign, like, maybe I do have a shot. You know? Or whatever. But I think that, I think Cuomo's the one that Trump wants and that Trump's allies want. You know what? It's like, he's had to... Yeah, so he's kind of had to do this a lot on his own. Like... Technically, right? And I think he's coming from a place of care. I think he's just an older candidate. I think he's a little bit, like, lost in the sauce in terms of, like, I think I do think, like, I did pull the 3 of Swords, so I think it's like, I don't know, it could also be going from that to being realistic because it's in reverse. I don't usually read it that way, but I think that's what's happening here. I think it's like he's sad because it's finally dawning on him that it's not working out the way that he had, like, envisioned it, and he was, you know, he genuinely cared, and he's an empathetic person in the inside, and he's had to do this on his own, and he's really, you know, in his mind, put up a good fight. This guy over here, Mamdani, is very serious energy, very focused, very, like, he's a little bit overwhelmed, but he's not going to feel it until this is over, whichever way it goes. I mean, maybe even still, but Cuomo's definitely the one that I could feel in like that Sliwa just like is like everybody supports Mamdani or they support Cuomo, and I'm just existing here and I'm on my own fighting. I hope people see that. I think is kind of the energy that I'm getting from him. So we have not me pulling the devil card for. I went to Cuomo's cards and I pulled the devil card right now, and I don't want to say too much anything. Allegedly entertainment purposes only. I'm sorry, I'm stealing that from Aphrodite, but I'm just saying. He's a bit self-serving. Like, it's not even just that he's balancing all these other people. I'm telling you, I think he started off with some good intentions. He does come from a legacy family, though, so maybe not entirely. It's always been a little bit of an ego family, I gotta prove something a little bit thing. Man, I don't think he realizes how, or maybe, you know, unless he's like really narcissistic about it, where like he genuinely thinks that he's a better person than he really is, which is probably highly possible. I'm sort of feeling that in this energy. Moons has a lot of secrets, a lot of things hidden, and I mean, pairing it with the devil card too is like this like inner hidden selfishness and confusion, dark fogginess. Ooh, this is regret. This is regret. This is. The immediate thing I was like, I wish I didn't do those things with those women. Like, I wish I didn't. Like, this is like the devil, the moon, and it's also like this like secret's kind of coming to light, and I think he has a lot of regret. I think he's gonna say at the end of the day, in his mind, as delusional as this might be, that happening to him is what made him lose, and for nothing else. You know, like, if this thing with these women didn't come out, I would have won this. I wish. It's not even like I wish I didn't do it. I wish I didn't get caught. Yeah, I can't really pull the devil card and then feel bad. So, I don't do future and like who's gonna win. But we're gonna just let the universe like give me the last 3 cards for this reading. And just about the election as a whole. And see what it has to say. I would like to know who wins, but I'm not going to get that information, I don't think, and I don't want it. Because I don't know. This is a long, tiring fight. A big, long battle. A very long battle that feels never-ending. That is very fair. That's about feeling trapped. That's about feeling stuck. Page of Cups is in reverse. Immature communication. A lack of communication. Immature communication. Do we not find out right away? I need to understand what the Page of Cups is, so I'm going to pull another card. I'll pull 3 cards for this Page of Cups, because, I mean, I get it. This is long drawn out. This is, you know, we're holding our breath. Is there, like, a delay in finding out who wins? That would be a little too on the nose. Looking towards the future. Helping. Mutual aid. And coming out of financial issues. Holding tight financially. That sounds good. These are good things over here. messaging. Right, so I just googled some stuff about the way in which Mamdani had a stronger lead. Like, he's still leading in the polls, but it looks like Cuomo gained a little bit of ground, which explains why Mamdani's like in this, like, I need to fight. I can't just, we're not celebrating yet. And that's probably why he doesn't feel very celebratory. Like, that's not good, you know? Like, he's the type to not be like, oh, we have a lead, we need to be complacent. He doesn't feel complacent. He actually, it's putting some wind in his sails. I am not sure this immature communication and feeling trapped. I feel like it's somebody. I mean, and this could be Cuomo lashing out. This could be Trump lashing out afterwards. This could be literally having to wait a little bit before finding out what happens. This could be about messaging surrounding this whole situation, you know, like, we're all tired, we've been holding on for so long, and there's been so much, like, conversation going on, and, like, at the end of the day, this is going to be about finances, helping people, and looking towards a future. And this could be people in poverty in New York. It could also be about people like, how are you going to fund this? I literally don't know. But at the end of the day, it's about the future. It's about, this is like social services. This is about helping people, and this is about those kind of things that help people. And this is about money, actual, like, the finances of it. You know, and I think at the end of the day, it's going to be about this messaging. And this also literally can be, like, that people are going to dislike the way that one candidate's messaging was versus the other one. So it can be before, or it could be after, in which the communication, something here about immature negative communication, and it's gonna probably be a little rough regardless of what happens afterwards, because whether he wins or loses, I think people are just gonna be pissed. Somebody's gonna be mad somewhere, right? The benefit of an election is, like, prior to whoever wins, is you're in this sort of, like, Schrodinger's election, where it's like both candidates are winning and losing all at the same time, and you don't know what's happening, and each side has a different view of what's going on. And I remember when we were like, Kamala has this, she's gonna definitely win, and then she completely lost, and it was like, why were we all so delusional that we thought, like, she was gonna win? And I don't really trust anything ever since, like, the Hillary election, when they were like 80% according to the polls, and then she, like, really lost like that first time, you know. And this is just a matter of, like, more to say, like, don't assume you know it's gonna happen until it happens. I don't want to do that with the politics, but I do think, like, that's just a lot of, like, messaging and, like, all that stuff. So I don't know if this is really helpful or not, but thank you for watching, and I'm curious to see what happens. So I hope you are too, and talk to you next time.